All right, what is happening, people? Just coming at you with another stream here. I know I just did one yesterday too, but I don't know. Figured I would come on here while I go look for something to eat for lunch and get a cold beverage for myself here. I don't know where I should go. I'm trying to think. What do I want? Um, I'm gonna go this way. So yeah, I gotta go pick something up too. So that's why I decided to head out of the shop. I'm trying to adjust my phone mount so I don't have to look all crazy going down the road here. Oh, I don't know if that guy meant to flash his lights at me or if he was trying to turn on his blinker. But yeah, as you can tell from the title, the 4Runner that I was putting the transmission in and doing that work too, the first job in my shop, that has been picked up. It's new owner Jay is on his way home with it right now. So very happy to have that job done. That was a pretty arduous task, really difficult. It's a pretty straightforward job, but any transmission is gonna be time consuming, and the 4Runner transmission is long and it's heavy, and that's what she said. Yeah, I know that was a pretty rough way to make it "that's what she said" joke, wasn't it? But really, that job was tasking, physically tasking for sure. So yeah, but it's done. It works. Everything's good to go. I was a little nervous at first because it didn't. After I put it together, it wasn't really running awesome. At least not up to my. This guy in this truck pulled straight out into my lane right in front of me. I slowed down for him, but still a little sketchy. Yeah, I was a little nervous when I first got it all together because the motor was running kind of rough, and you know, you get nervous when that happens after you've had a vehicle apart to that level. You know, you're always looking to make sure you didn't miss anything and that everything's good to go. And I mean, yeah, you're always nervous. And I got the thing together and started up and drove it, and it just wasn't running great. Like, it was kind of hitchy and it was rough, and I was like, oh god, what did I miss? Because it didn't seem to run too horrible before, but it seemed a little worse. And it appeared that that I was going to have some trouble on my hands, and I didn't notice it until the dude was here to drive it home, and he's driving a long distance, you know, which makes me even more uncomfortable about having it, you know, being just freshly done. I mean, I didn't even have a chance to drive it down the road before he took it, because I didn't have plates for it or anything anyway. And so, you know, I had just gotten that thing together, and he was here picking it up, and, you know, I was doing my best to help him out. He came all the way from southern Maryland down to where I am in Virginia, which is like a couple hour ride. I mean, I would think about 2 hours anyway, and he literally took a train down. I didn't even know you could take a train, like an Amtrak, and get a stop in my town. I knew that you could get a train to like Richmond or whatever, but I'm north of Richmond a good bit. But there was actually a Amtrak stop in my town, and I never knew about it, so that was news to me. I picked him up, tried to do my best for him, tried to help him out the best I can, especially being, you know, the first real job I had in that new shop. So, you know, doing my best for him, customer relations, all that. I knew he was coming such a long way. So I went and I picked him up there and got him all squared away, made sure everything was good to go. And it was running real rough, and, you know, I was nervous about letting him drive that far, so I took a little bit of extra time. and made sure everything was buttoned up. It ended up being that the intake, you know, the little rubber intake hose that goes into the throttle body, that thing had a crack in it, and I didn't even notice it until he was coming to pick it up. And I didn't really have anything really to permanently fix it, but I went ahead and I threw electrical tape and wrapped it around the hose to seal that up. What happens is, if you're not familiar, if you have a car that's electronic fuel injected and your intake hose has a leak in it, it acts almost like a vacuum leak because it has a mass airflow sensor at the front of that intake hose. And you know, I said, let me know if anything goes wrong. You know, he said he wanted to stop at Walmart on his way up. Maybe grab a little bit better tape because I only had electrical tape. I didn't have any duct tape at my place. Not that either is really the proper method to repair that, but he wanted to stop there and grab some duct tape and try and put a little bit better tape job on it than I could do. And so I told him, make sure to let me know if you got any trouble. I haven't heard anything yet. I know he must have made it to at least Walmart by now, so everything's probably good so far. I'm really hoping that he gets there and everything's good, you know. And he knows that it's not a perfect vehicle. He knows it's a little project, and I gave him a good deal on it, and, you know, gave him a really good deal on the labor on it. So, you know, I'm not too overly concerned. I feel confident that as long as he keeps gassing it, it'll make it where he's going. Tires did rub a little bit when he took off. Probably, you know, because I just threw those tires on before I could even drive it. I got a good deal on them, and I threw them on there. So I didn't get a chance to try them and see where they rubbed very much. But they should be good. You know, it's all highway driving. He's not going to be like going through twists and turns where it's going to be a real issue. But more than likely he's going to have to do a couple of small modifications to make those tires clear properly. And but you know, he's aware. He's a smart dude from what I can tell. And hopefully I get to do business with him some more in the future. He is a good ride away, so, you know, be that what it is. Take that for what it is. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, it's gone, man. And now I am working on a Volkswagen Jetta turbo. Sorry, I'm at Wendy's. I'm gonna go through the drive-through, but they're pretty slow. Wow. Okay, I drove on the wrong side of the building and lost the connection. Sorry about that. There's diagnosis on a bad turbocharger. Hang on, let them take my order. Hi, welcome to Wendy's. Would you like to try one of our buffalo ranch chicken sandwiches for $1? I'll actually have the 4 for $4 with a double stack, and I want to upgrade the drink to a large Dr. Pepper with light ice. And the sauce for your nuggets? Ranch, please. Right. Anything else? That'll do it. $4.95. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Sorry about that. So yeah, if you look at my older videos, there's a video where I do a like I tell you about how to diagnose a failing turbocharger, and it was also on a turbocharged Volkswagen Jetta. This is a very similar. The one in that video was an 04. This car is an 02, but it's the same thing, and it's pretty much almost the same symptoms, but this car is a lot worse. The turbo's a lot worse in this car. It's so bad that it's leaking right out of the flex pipe on the exhaust. The flex pipe is trash on it now. Maybe not just because of the oil leaking through it, probably age and the oil leaking through it probably didn't help. So yeah, it pours oil all over the ground and smokes out of every orifice. The motor. Curious if the turbine wheel broke out of the cartridge. And if you guys are really interested in that deal, you know, if you're interested in the process of engine. There's a lot of people that will charge a lot of money to swap that turbocharger. I know that for a fact. If it's something you're interested in seeing, drop it in the comments. I'll throw up a video more in detail about what it took. I've already got the turbocharger most of the because somebody worked on it before, and nothing on that turbocharger is tight. Almost way. They start like if they left one of the lines loose on the turbo, and it wasn't getting proper oil flow, and it starved it. It's definitely possible. So like, but like where the downpipe hooks up to the bottom of the turbocharger, like none of those bolts were tight. They were like tight. About that, oh man, my phone like thermal overloaded on us. Had to cool it off with my air conditioner. As I was saying, the bolts for the downpipe weren't super tight, and there's like 3 bolts on top of the turbocharger that hold it to the manifold, and one of those bolts wasn't even finger tight. Like the hardest one to get to, I just stuck my fingers there and turned it, and it's like a 17mm head bolt, so that thing should be pretty tight. And the reason why that happens is because people are lazy, and they were like, "Oh, that bolt's really hard to get to. Well, we'll just put it in the hole, tighten it with our fingers, and just tighten up the rest really good." So, I mean, I'm happy that, you know, if I had to work on a bad turbo, that everything's loose because it's a lot easier to take apart. But I'm unhappy because that means that the reason it's bad is probably somebody working on it and not doing a good job. That's sad. That's sad, you know, I don't want to hear about that. The guy that owned it said that he only had it for a couple months before the turbo went bad. He bought it. He thought he got a good deal because he got it for like $500 under book, which, I mean, it's an okay deal. I mean, I buy cars cheaper than that every single day, it seems like. But to him, it was a good deal, and he was happy, but he was unhappy. It only lasted him a couple months, so probably wasn't as good of a deal as he had thought it would be, being that he didn't get the longevity out of it he was hoping for. So, yeah. But that's what's going on right now, working on that thing. Sorry, breaking out some cash for lunch here. And, yeah. You know, somebody Garageless commented on my last stream and said that 300 subscribers is coming pretty quick over here, and it sure is. No doubt about it. Pretty excited. 300 subscribers, man. You know, it doesn't seem like it was all that long ago that I was excited about getting to 100, and then 200 came really fast, and 300's coming even faster. It's just growing and growing and growing. And people are watching. And that's awesome. Really happy. I'd like to find some time coming up to go to some events and make some videos at a couple of events. I don't know what ones I want to go to just yet. If you guys know of any events or are holding any events around where I'm at in Virginia, you can go ahead and throw it in the comments, and we can maybe try and work out me coming out there and making a video, helping promoting whatever your cause is for the event, and, you know, help me get some good content. And if you know, you like these videos, you like watching, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.